Yeah, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Okay, thanks.
And action! Welcome back! Hello.
To Table for Two. I don't want to talk too loud because this be picking up.
Is this a booper?
No. It's just...
Okay.
It's going to be like... It's going to do that. Boop.
Okay.
Oh, stop.
Oh, God.
You think this is going to be the... That's not sweetie sauce.
No, first of all, no, Daniel, give me 5 of a song. Daniel, give me 5 of a...
This is not sweetie, okay?
Song.
What?
Give me 5 of a song. Sweetie song. This is why Harriet used to be mad.
No, because you
Look
can't...
at this.
You can't free all of them.
Yeah, you literally cannot. Niggas got filial.
Okay, ready?
Okay, ready?
Action. Welcome back
to Table for Two. Okay, come on, let's do it again. 1, 2, 3.
Welcome back to Table for Two. That's it. That's the final cut. We gotta keep it moving.
Hey,
We gotta go back.
Okay.
We can't do this 6 times.
Okay, you know what's new? 2 things are new. We're
Yeah.
recording on a Saturday. I think we usually record on a Wednesday.
They don't even know what time we record. They don't know the difference.
I think there's something you need to know just to give it. Bro, okay, let's start again. One more. Ready, set. Hello, guys. Welcome back to episode.
Table for Two. No, we're moving right along.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Wait. Hey.
Come on, okay. Stop. Ready, set. Last one.
Vitamins. Welcome back to Table for Two. This is episode 3.
And on today's episode, we're going to be talking about stan culture and the cyber world. This should be an interesting topic because I feel like we live in an era where
We live in cyberspace.
Yeah, things are moving so fast. To the point where it's normal to have 3 accounts on one social media platform.
Yeah, we're gonna get more into that with the main course, but
starting off with our appetizer
quote of the day. Mine is.
Well, I could go with mine. I can start with mine.
I got
Go ahead. Yeah, we're running out of time. Go.
Where did you guys get the food?
What?
You guys, the whole basis of the show. Bro,
Okay.
we know what we're doing. We introduced
After the intro. Yeah. Okay, guys. Okay, 3
because the interns weren't in last week, so they're over here confused. Anyway, let's go straight into our appetizer. My quote of the day is, I think making sense is optional. Sometimes I just be talking. And I feel like... Yeah,
that's deep, huh?
And especially for the internet, we just be talking because I just logged into Twitter for a quick second and someone's talking about some. I'm not even gonna get into it because they might see this and they might get offended. But y'all just be talking, no critical thinking, just vibes.
But why? But how do you judge critical thinking though? How do you know somebody didn't put critical thinking in it?
If you're being dumb on the internet. But
that's subjective.
I want to be just like you because I know you don't think too far and I want to stop thinking too. So actually, congratulations.
Okay, so for my quote, I feel like this didn't really speak to me, but I like how it was worded. I feel like it's something that you would find on a Forever 21 shirt and it would be bomb. So
bomb.
It said, stop expecting people to treat you better than you treat yourself. I feel like it's a dope wording. It's not that deep. It's kind of corny, typical. I would expect a Twitter troll to tweet that, but it's from an actual real person.
You be saying troll when you mean parody account.
What's the difference between troll and? Oh, we could get into that.
Okay.
Anyways.
Okay, moving on.
Hey, I didn't explain why it was meant. It was deep to me.
I thought you already said it.
No. Okay, so this one meant.
You don't want to go pack, huh?
I do want to go pack. Okay, let's go. Hey, is this good? Daniel, say something.
You said you found it on Twitter.
I found it on Twitter. I feel like it was kind of good because I feel like a lot of times, you know, when you're dealing with friends and people in general, you forget about yourself. You forget to like treat yourself with the same value that you try to keep, like do your friends and family and even strangers. So although it's a bit corny, I feel like it did have a little bit of leverage if you think deep into it. So, yep, running off with our scoop now.
Shout out Atlanta. My dad's there.
What is the fly's back? The fly's back.
Wrap it up.
Okay, why are you guys in front? What is?
Oh my. Let's introduce the meal. So today we got Indian food from Cumin and Curry. We've been doing a lot of back and forth, bas boss.
Is that English? What are you saying?
So it's
Are you
kind of
we doing ethnic foods?
No, I'm saying we've been doing a lot, so our food is kind of lukewarm.
Oh, yeah. Due to production and our interns and whatever we've been.
Don't you say. Okay, it's from Cumin and Curry. It's on Easton. Check them out. It's really good.
It's on Easton.
It's in Easton?
At Easton.
At Easton. Okay, sorry.
In
English
Easton,
isn't
your first language.
I don't have. Okay. Anyways, yeah. So let's get into the scoop while we dive into our meal.
Yeah, I'm gonna order for me. So, hoping maybe throughout the podcast she mentions what it is, but it looks good. It looks really. I feel like it looks really healthy.
It's always healthy. For
yeah,
you.
yeah.
It looks healthy. It looks clean. It looks fresh.
Yeah.
I got a big old bowl of rice. I don't know why they gave me this much rice, but I got chicken tikka masala.
That looks good.
It's basically like rice and stew.
Soup or stew?
Stew.
With that being said, let's go ahead and dive into our scoop. I feel like there's a lot going on this week, especially for Black celebrities.
You think so? I feel like there was nothing going on this week.
We had the baby deleted his apology, but I think we're tired of him.
I don't know what that's about.
Yeah.
I think he got control back to his account. He was like, I don't need no publicist talking for me.
But
so Summer Walker put on her story that if you're vaccinated, stay away from me. And I saw a tweet. It was kind of funny. It was like, Summer Walker is the only R&B singer they know that has CTE.
It's just like head trauma.
You know, the football players that
concussion.
be getting their head banged all the time.
But are you like, I don't know. For me, I feel like I'm sick and tired of the conversation between vaccinated and anti-vaccine people. I'm vaccinated.
No, it's just that she's saying stay away from me as if we're contagious. We're the ones that are contagious. Or like, no, because, you know, she seems like the type to, like, she subscribes to those conspiracy theories about, like, you know, the chip and stuff. So we might chip her if we're too close to her.
That's what I feel
I don't think there's no amount of educating that will make someone who believes there's a chip and there's toxins in there to get a vaccine. So if you want to get it, you should get it.
But I mean, I think Summer Walker has been somebody that's, like, never really says anything informative, but hey, people have their own, like, personal, I guess, agenda and stuff. But, like, yeah, moving on to Summer Walker. Who else?
So there's been more developments in the shower debate between celebrities. And who was it? Jake Gyllenhaal? He came out and said he doesn't shower or something.
Yeah. First of all, that who started it was who's his name?
Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis.
Mila Kunis, yeah, and
no, that's fine.
It was about with their kids.
Y'all can talk.
It was with their kids. I wonder who asked them. I didn't even know they had kids. I think
they don't shower until they see visible dirt on their skin.
That should be every day then. Their kids. That means they got their kids in cages, and they don't see dirt on them every day. They're young, right?
Kids be in the grass and rolling around and doing all
but what are these celebrities like expecting with these coming out stories of not taking
There's
showers?
so much that you can just keep to yourself. Are they fighting like maybe water pollution, or is it just like an announcement? I feel like since Mila Kunis and Ashton Kutcher are the type to like they're the environmentals, because I think they have a house that's like environmentally something. So maybe they're doing it to save water. I didn't really read up too much on them.
But I'm saying like what is like okay with them. But like, what has been the reason that other celebrities have came out and said, "Oh, I don't take a shower," and all?
I think it's just like the awe, like the surprise, like just to be like, I don't know.
But are people being like, it's like, is there a game to it? Are people
maybe people who don't shower like to announce it to be edgy?
Edgy, maybe. Okay, I thought maybe there's like a fetish for people that don't take showers. I don't know.
They're like funny, like
this is white celebrity
I'm so
stuff.
Cool, like I don't be even taking showers.
Oh god, the only white celebrity I care about, or maybe even, is the Deadpool guy and his wife from Gossip
You like
Girl.
them?
I think they're attractive people. I would pay attention to them.
I would want to like them if they didn't get married on a slave.
But I would rather them speak than Ashton Kutcher and Mila
Yeah,
Kunis.
they're cute, but it's just the slavery thing.
They're slaveries. They're slaves.
They got married on a slave plantation.
Isn't everywhere a plantation? Isn't everywhere in America a plantation?
No, but this place is like notably like a slave plantation.
Hey,
and they keep it like pristine, and people have events.
We need to bring segregation back.
Maybe.
With better news, Beyonce came out of the shadows, followed up by, well, I don't know what the order was, but Rihanna also got a couple of attention this week for becoming the first black musician, billionaire, whatever the title is. I don't pay attention to titles now. But yeah, so that's what's going on. The Navies were happy about that. So stan culture right there. You know,
I think a lot of people are more happy, like people who are like not anti-capitalist, like they're like, she kind of started from like the bottom at the islands and up. It's not like Kylie Jenner where she was like,
but even with that,
self-made. Like,
but even with that, any form of whatever you look at, you're praising capitalism. I feel like sometimes people think capitalism dilutes or goes somewhere because the person is black. It's still the formation of it.
Yeah, but a lot of people still don't see capitalism as bad, and they're like, they see that as goals and inspirational, and they're like, I feel like if we regular people be like, ooh, I'm gonna be a billionaire. Like, you're not. I'm sorry.
Rihanna was regular,
but she has talent. It's like 614 people be like, I'm gonna be a billionaire. Like, but, manifesting it. Like, you're not. I'm sorry. You're closer to poverty than you are $1 billion.
So it doesn't matter. So if Rihanna, you don't think Rihanna being a billionaire is problematic, especially during the pandemic?
It is. Anyone getting richer during this pandemic, like, something's not adding up. Like,
what made her a billionaire? Is it the makeup or is it the lingerie?
It's probably all her companies.
Why was people needing that during the pandemic?
I mean, if you got it,
niggas ain't have it.
It's not the poor people that was paying for that Fenty subscription.
Yeah, and another soon-to-be billionaire, I feel like, Beyonce, came out on the
Harper's Bazaar.
And she has a collection for Ivy
Was that
Park.
tough for you?
Huh?
Harper's Bazaar, was that a lot of effort?
Child, I did not even know what the magazine was like. I was gonna say Vogue, but so two things: the magazine cover and Ivy League, Ivy Park new season or new drop came out, and I think it's more like Texas theme. Rodeo. It's cute. You can see her featured in the magazine wearing a couple of the pieces. I think one thing that stood out for me in the magazine is when she talked about CBD. I'm not really a professional or really understand the drug world, so don't really get it. But to me, I think all I heard is like,
it helped her on tour. She said it helped her on tour.
All I heard is I do weed.
It's CBD.
I don't know if you smoke weed or you do weed. I don't know how weed is really ingested into the body. But I feel like, to me, knowing that her husband is about to drop like a weed line or whatever, I feel like it's marketing. It's more marketing than like sharing a bit of like my personal story.
Yeah, I think everything that Beyonce shares is strategic.
Yeah.
She's not just going to let us have a look into her life just cut.
For her husband. Thank you. Oh, shout out.
Okay. Say anything else?
No. Oh, you're a Beyonce stan, so take us into stan culture.
Oh, okay. Beehive is like one of the most notable stan groups.
Why are they notable?
Stans?
Why are you guys notable? Why do you think guys?
Because they go hard.
Violently or appropriately?
Well, did someone throw a CD at Carrie Hilson?
Don't believe. No believe.
I don't know.
No, first it was the Carrie. It was the CD thing when Beyonce wore that thing to Met Gala, and they said that was Carrie Hilson like unsold CDs
crushed up
on the dress. And then when that white lady claimed to be Becky, and people basically,
I think if you talk bad about Beyonce, they'll find you. They be laying low, but like.
But why do you think Beehive people are so aggressive? Like, why are they so protective?
I think stans and culture are aggressive.
I don't know. I feel like Beyonce's. I don't know. I'm scared to even say anything.
I think there's certain stan groups.
So what is your top 3 stan groups that you think are like
aggressive?
Not aggressive per se, but like aggressive and like big.
I feel like someone you should be afraid to like talk about.
Yeah.
Beyonce, Nicki.
Say my group.
Oh, BTS. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Army,
yeah. For me,
so the Beehive, the Barbs, and Army. If you mention them negatively, be prepared.
I feel like for me is Army, BTS, and I want to put Gaga and the Rihanna girl, the Ariana Grande.
Maybe Nate. I don't. Oh, Ariana.
I want to put them as both together. I feel like they're fitting.
Are there really Gaga stands in this day and age?
Army tried to ruin Gaga's birthday because of a Grammy situation that happened. They didn't let it happen.
There's stands for Gaga.
Monsters, the little monster.
I know they have stands, but like
I would say she's one of the originators of stan culture.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, because
they're still present, they're just old.
Yeah, I feel like they have real jobs and responsibilities.
Yeah. But for me, I don't know. I feel like they're still well and alive, and Swiffers. So,
because there's a lot of Avies. Most Avies you'll see will be like Ariana, Nicki, Beyonce, Taylor Swift, maybe Normani.
Stans?
With the Avies, like if you see like their Avies.
Oh.
Most people who have like artists as their Avies, that's
really?
like most people I see, I think.
Never seen Normani, but I think if I had to be in a stand, if I was to add on to the stand groups that I'm in, I would claim to be an Army.
Yeah, K-pop. There's a lot of K-pop.
Swiffer. I'm an Army and Swiffer, and I'll definitely add Normani now because she's just bomb. I feel like she's the it girl. Like she's a true definition of an it girl. I feel like everybody else, pop wise, there's nobody right now for me.
Dua Lipa?
Who?
Dua Lipa.
She's white, please. Enough. She's white, right?
Yeah. Wait, no, isn't she like Indian?
She's white.
Like a white Indian?
Ethnically?
She's a white Indian. She's half Indian.
Native American?
Why would you laugh? What is wrong with you?
That's not. Anyway, moving on.
Okay, so moving on to focus.
Where do you think you stands originated? Yeah, as we dive into the main course.
Like originated as in on the cyber level or like ever? On the cyber level.
I think on the cyber level.
I really put it Lady Gaga. I feel like Lady Gaga had like a real big impact on like.
Do you think did Gaga come before Nicki though? Because I feel like Barb's really like she really like was interacting and like created a fan.
No, but Gaga came with the platform of like, love is love, and I feel like
I know, but I'm saying, did she come before Nicki?
I think she definitely came before Nicki. She like with
no, maybe Beyonce.
No, Beyonce. No,
I feel like they were there before the cyber. I feel like the Beehive was there before the cyber level. Fans
wise, but the act of like, I think we need to define what being a stan is and the activities that's required. So I feel like for me, being a stan, or I think what people do as stans requires like having another account, keeping up with the artist on a personal and their artistry, and like basically making it a job, like a freelance free job. Like, and I think people did that with Lady Gaga earlier in her career than Nicki, because she was like a great representation or like she spoke. I don't know if she's part of the LGBTQA plus community, but I think she spoke for them. So like people pushed for her because Beyonce was there, but Beyonce was just like
I feel like a lot of stands are
she didn't push
LGBT.
I feel like Beyonce. The reason why Beyonce is big now is like she's pushing for Black people, but I feel like when she started, it wasn't like her agenda. Like it wasn't a thing that was like.
I think it was just a general like everybody loves Beyonce.
Yeah, everybody loves Beyonce, but like I think like Lady Gaga had an agenda, and then followed up by Nicki also having like an agenda of like bar, like you know what I mean.
I feel like she really grew her following by interacting with the Barbs, and like when she had a MySpace, and then she did the Twitter thing, and she like really like interacted with the fans.
Yeah, so for me, I think it's Lady Gaga. You think it's Nicki, but I think for me, if I had to pick in modern day who started that whole thing, and like Lady Gaga had the whole name already. Like Little Monsters, she called them out, and I
wonder who was first to call their fans.
I think it's Lady Gaga. She called them Little Monsters and whatever.
So that was before the Beehive.
Yeah, the Beehive. I'm not a big Beyonce fan, so I don't know the origin of like much about Beyonce. I think you could speak more on it. I just don't know much about Beehive. I think from like my perspective of being a fan and just being on social media, I feel like Lady Gaga had like a greater impact on the start of stan culture. Yeah.
Do you think they have an impact on the artist's work?
Like how? Yeah, for sure. So, I don't know if I want to speak on BTS. I don't know if I want to speak on my guys. You know, what about you? Who is you're Beyonce?
Beyonce don't listen to nobody. Beyonce listens to herself and her inspirations. But
who do you think?
I feel like I think Nicki follows some of the Barbs, so like she can see what they're saying, so she can be like, she can tell them about like the album. Like I don't know, they'll probably say like positive stuff, but like I don't know any stands that are like you should do this with your music or like to that changes the word.
But I think like what stands people do, they communicate with like with what they want to chart. I think for us,
yeah.
You know, not to speak badly about OT7, but I feel like when they dropped Butter, we loved Butter. Like, OT7, All True 7. BTS.
They don't know that, though.
Oh, sorry. BTS. I feel like fans communicate with the artists on stream.
Yeah.
And, like, activities, like, online activities. Like,
if they're not feeling it.
And they're not feeling it, you know, they're, like... So, I don't think, like, Nicki is going, like... ask a freaking person in Arizona.
I feel like they should though.
They should ask.
I feel like they should communicate with the fans because I don't know, like, because they're the ones that
even when they communicate. The one thing I think I'm always gonna bring this up in any form. If they do communicate, it's gonna be on the line of capitalism. Like, they're gonna, like, try to, like, sell their communication. It's not gonna be organic. It's not gonna be like, hey, you're a fan of me, let me hear you out. It's gonna be, like, pay for a FaceTime call and da-da-da. And that's even worse. I feel like that
they need to find, like, some kind of focus group that, like, that's not gonna be like, oh, everything sounds good. Cause
do you think that, would that positively affect the artistry or negatively?
Because I don't know.
Because you kind of started off without them and they liked you.
That is true, but... Yeah, I mean, but like you're evolving with your fans. I feel like, I don't know, like it could be like saying like, maybe not 20 songs on an album.
Okay.
Like these songs are not gonna go well.
So do you think like it's healthy for like an artist to have that type of bond with, but the definition of
they should also be aligned.
They should be aligned because for me, stan means stalker or fan, right?
Not stalk. Stalker has a negative connotation.
That's what I thought it was like abbreviation of, right? Are you looking it up?
No, Eminem started.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was. Stalker. So I don't know. It's creepy to listen to a stalker fan tell me what to do.
The guy was like super obsessed with him, and he called him Stan. And that's kind of like where it came from.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's stalker fan.
A reference to the Eminem song stand.
Yeah.
The song is about overly obsessed.
Overly obsessed.
So
fan.
would you
not
think
just
that's
like
appropriate?
Regular, like I really like their music. It's like I'm invested. Like I have every tweet notification.
So when does that line
like,
cross? So define a fan and a stand.
Yeah, the line is crossed when you be showing up to their house. Like you be so deeply like tracking them that you find out where they live and you're like banging on their doors asking for pictures.
I feel like that's just a stalker though. That doesn't. I feel like when we talk about stand and
But
fan,
it can get to that.
But I can proudly say
I'm in line.
But I feel like that's a thin line between stan and stalker. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
there's
a
a thin
stan.
line.
I'm a stan of BTS, but I'm not about to fly.
I
to
think there's
Korea
different
anytime
levels.
soon.
There's crazy stands and there's like stands that are like normal in the house.
And what is like an appropriate behavior you've done as a stan?
I mean, I don't want to say too much, but this is my past when I used to stand like mindless behavior and and One Direction. All I did, honestly,
That direction.
please. That was before like I had a Twitter account and stuff. So like I was mostly on Tumblr and stuff and YouTube,
Even
just
worse.
watching interviews and like any video that had any of my boys in there, I would be in there. And yeah.
That was
I mean,
really
I've never
gratifying.
like learned the dances or like I just anything that had to do with them, I'd just be tuned in.
But what makes you want to be a stan though?
I don't think I have that in me at this point in time.
Anyways, I'm a stan for BTS because I feel like I don't think you could just be a fan of BTS. That's the difference. That's the difference between BTS and I think other artists is that they're so. For me, I think being American and listening to American music, K-pop. Some people say BTS is not K-pop, but K-pop is such a refreshing genre that you get consumed by it. It's not just a.
You haven't touched your food. What's that about? Do you like Indian people?
Are you healthy? It's cold.
How do you feel about
How do I feel about?
people?
What are you asking me? How do I feel about Indian people?
Give an anti-Indian.
I don't eat though. In my last video, I didn't eat
Like
that
at
much.
least taste it.
I did taste it.
Where?
I tasted the pepper.
Taste the chicken, dip it in the sauce. Because I feel like if Twitter and stuff was I had them booked. I didn't have a Twitter account, but when they got Twitter accounts, I had each of their accounts bookmarked onto my computer, so I would just regularly check. Yeah, but I feel like if I had a Twitter account, I probably would have had an account for them. I was like a passive social media user. Like I wasn't tweeting, I wasn't Facebooking, I wasn't posting anything. I was just watching. So like even on Tumblr, like I would follow their hashtag and stuff, but I wasn't like contributing anything to it. So I guess I was just a fan.
Yeah. So what behavior do you think makes a person a stan?
I think you have to have like an account dedicated to them. You have to go to like the streaming parties. You have to have all their notifications on.
You think what do you think anybody can do that, or is there an age to those type of behavior? Like being.
I mean, I would think when you're an adult, you have like other responsibilities, and like you don't want to use your free time to be doing these things. But like, I would have thought it would have been like younger people.
But Beyonce don't have young fans though. Well, does she? You're young.
I think the people that run the accounts are like mature.
But they're still stans.
Yeah, but I'm saying like people have younger fans. I thought it was younger people doing that stuff because it's like the behavior. Like I don't know. You need time to like get into arguments and do
Some
certain
people be
stuff.
unemployed.
Yeah, and that's what I figured out recently when I was in Nikki's replies, and they were talking about like, girl, we don't got time. We got work in real lives, and I was like. Are you old? Like, why do you have a Stan account? That's kind of like surprising to me. I feel like at a certain age you just like outgrow that, but I don't know. I can't see being an adult and having a Stan account.
Do you think it's creepy for as an artist? Would you like if? I don't know.
Let me put myself in the position like I have a talent and
But don't put yourself in the position of Beyonce. Put yourself in the position of somebody that's interactive with their fans. So like maybe Nicki.
I can't be a 30, 40-year-old fighting with the
But
party
not
gang.
always. You always thinking negative though. But I'm saying like, what if like for me, Me and JK were kind of like.
I guess it can be an escape.
My bias.
Cause I think it can be an escape because sometimes I be thinking about making a second account so that I can like threaten people and make them feel so bad they wish they could go back in time and never be created. Like I kind of want to tell people to kill themselves.
Where are we going?
No, for real, because I'm like the earth doesn't need your presence. Because some people just be so stupid and like defend like so many like hurtful and like I think it's mostly like people who be in the replies and police brutality like, well, they should have complied. Like I want you to remove yourself from the earth.
So like
I feel like the earth will be a better place if you're not in it.
You think bullying cancels bullying?
No, I want to make a second account and like I want them to read my words. I want them to feel bad.
What if you get doxxed? What if you get doxxed?
That's why I don't do it. I just like in the moment I want them to like cry.
Are you okay?
No, I have a lot of anger. I have a lot of anger. No, because if I had a second account,
like you would do that behind a Barb account.
I'll do that behind any account, like a second account where I could just bully people, and they'll be like, "Oh, you have 3 followers, and like you don't have a profile picture." Yeah, and I'm telling you.
So do you think cyberbullying is real? Like, do you? Because I'm not gonna lie, for a long time I didn't believe in cyberbullying. Because
if you dox someone, yeah, but like,
I feel like you should just be able to log off.
I'll block you. All you have to do is block.
I feel like you should be able to just log off.
Yeah, you can log off, but if they're doing stuff that will affect you in real life, like doxing you, that's when it gets serious.
Explain what doxing is.
Oh, when you like reveal someone's personal information, like where they
IP,
live,
yeah.
and like finding
IP
out
address.
like their IP address, and then finding out where they live and.
For the older audiences,
What?
doxing means.
Go ahead, they can hear you.
Oh no, we can delete.
Just giving out their information.
To basically identify them.
Identify them.
Yeah. So I feel like
Do you not get it?
I had a conversation with Amma one time about basically how social media bullying or like attack or like whatever has basically suppressed people into going behind anonymous accounts or like troll accounts or stan culture in order to promote behavior like she's trying to go for. And basically I feel like that's another thing we have to worry about with the stan culture and like the cyber world. Worry about like a racist person is not your typical ugly Facebook guy. Like you're not, what was that ugly guy name that created Facebook? No, not
Jeff
Facebook.
Bezos.
MySpace.
It was Zach
Mark
Galifianakis.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
I want you to stop speaking.
And that MySpace ugly, like you know that MySpace picture. There's always like, yeah. So it's like that's not like we don't get that anymore because like we're suppressing. Like we're not even like I don't think you can educate a racist, but I feel like we're doing this thing where it's like you said, we're attacking people until now they're like going behind these troll and stan accounts and being racist. Like for us, being a BTS fan or a stan, like we do see like the Asian racism towards BTS, but it's usually from like a troll account or a stan account. So you can't really defend BTS when there's not really a person visible or like a person that can be held accountable for it.
Sometimes I daydream about like having the like ability to like dox someone who's like hiding behind
I'm gonna say on crack.
Hold on. That be hiding behind an account and like saying racist or like stuff to like you know what I'm talking about, like bad things to people. I want to like find out who they are in real life because they're so bold hiding behind this fake account. I want them to be among their peers in a big stadium while we reveal their face and their tweets among everyone so they can be ashamed and embarrassed.
I feel like you have animosity towards somebody that.
No, I just hate like
we're gonna have to dedicate this video
people.
to.
You're not talking about a stand account. You're talking about like a spam account. Like, is this just
spam
account?
But even if you are behind a stand, some people be hiding behind stand accounts and being racist and stuff too.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, trolls. I want to reveal their face in front of a public forum. Like if we can't beat you publicly, I want
But
to
that's
shame you, so you go and hide your face.
Why do you go for that direction? That's what I'm saying. Like, to me, when we do that attack,
I think people should feel shame in their lives.
Why?
Stop behaving like that. Like, be so depressed that you stop existing in society.
Are you healthy? What is going on?
No, I really want like terrible people off this earth.
Like, what is going on? No, because I really feel like we do this thing of like suppression and suppression and suppression. Like, you can't stop hate. Hate is gonna exist in this world. Whether you wanna kill every bad person in the world, it's gonna exist in some shape or form. So I think that the idea of bullying and let's attack is obviously not working. So we gotta try a different. I told you, like, if somebody's racist as a black person, I want to know that you're racist, so I'll stay away from you. I don't want you to be so.
Yeah, I feel like everybody should be themselves so we can like publicly shame them.
Oh my god. I don't want to publicly shame them, but I don't even want to waste.
I want people to be bad.
Energy.
I want people to feel terrible about themselves.
So with that being said, I'm gonna go to the extreme. Do you believe in like death penalty and stuff like that?
No, I want you to stay alive and suffer.
I just said I want you to kill yourself. Are you? You don't remember?
Trigger warning. Triggers.
I don't know how you're gonna edit this video. I promise you. I don't know how you're gonna edit.
No, stay alive and suffer. But the people that are still alive are not suffering, so they should end it.
Oh God.
What is the goal for a stand? Like,
to see their faves succeed.
You say that. I don't want to be.
Oh, the goal for a stand is to see their faves succeed. But
it goes beyond just music though, because Trump had stands.
Yeah.
They want him to succeed.
Mm-hmm.
They want him to.
But it wasn't just Billboard though. I think you're going towards like Billboard, like, you know, streaming and stuff.
No, not just Billboard. Like, they want them to be like, they want, like, I feel like no amount of success. I feel like they're always going to think their fave is like underrated. Like,
you know, the hidden agenda of stands that I think
they want to see other people to see them like they see them.
Yeah, right. So like what I was gonna say is like basically the hidden agenda with being a stand and like having that responsibility is that the person that you're basically trying to have succeed or have the succession is a representation of your idea. Like I said, like our last episode, I'm not fearful of Boozy. It's the people behind him and the people that support him are more like concerning because they're the regular person. So I think that's what it is. Like when I stand BTS, I want them to be recognized and be acknowledged because I think they're the shit. You know what I mean? And that's gonna make me be the shit because they're me. You know, especially JK because that's my twin. But
I don't know who JK is.
You don't know who BTS is. Anyway, so like I
Wrong
think
audience.
Shifting to like Trump, they wanted him to like succeed not because like he's a great person, because he represented racism, bigotry, sexism, and that was like
they wanted what their ideals that they see in him that they value. They wanted that to be in the forefront.
Mm-hmm.
They want that to be like the thing that's succeeding.
Yeah, so it goes beyond just their favorite succeeding. It's almost like their succession too. Do you know what I mean? Like even people that
like living vicariously through,
like even people that stand or like always defending Chris Brown in the Rihanna situation is always like, but she.
It's like projecting,
projecting. So
like you know you did something bad in your life, and you also want him to be forgiven, so you can.
Yeah, so like if they're in a situation where maybe a woman bites them, like it could be a 2-year-old girl that bites them, they feel like since Chris Brown. You know, if now the public understands that Chris Brown did what he did because Rihanna bit him, now I could slap this 2-year-old and be okay with it. So that's what I feel like the hidden agenda with stands and trolls and spam account is. Yeah, because
if their fave is like failing or something bad happens to them or something, like it affects them.
It affects them. Yeah,
because it's like it's them being shot.
Yeah.
Let's move on to the.
Conspiracy.
No.
What?
Dessert.
Listen to Wild Side by Normani. I love that song so much.
Again?
Did I say that last week?
Yeah, you said that the first time.
I love that song. I really do, because I feel like it's so rare to get something new and refreshing. Like, I really stomp on that because, like, I feel like for a long time we had to suffer through Gucci Gang era, followed up by mediocrity. So, like, now that
I didn't think I would like play it as much because it was like a R&B. It wasn't like a pop, like a motivation. Like, it was R&B, but it's like really catchy.
It's catchy. I like it.
R&B songs aren't really like catchy. This is
R&B. Is that R&B?
Yeah.
R&B.
Yeah.
So
I'm ready to put up
John songs.
And I was surprised that it kind of caught on to TikTok like it did.
But it didn't get no numbers though.
It didn't. Oh, let's not address it.
I
think someone's working against Normani, like a witch doctor or something, because Normani should be on her second album by now.
What album is she on?
None.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so
that's good.
Someone's definitely working against her. No, Motivation should have been the lead single for an album.
What's your special for this week?
Ferberizing your child. Stop doing that. You're creating sociopaths. When you let a child cry it out, like, you think they're just crying for no reason, like, so you just let them cry it out.
Babies do cry for no reason, though. Babies cry because they can't see.
Yeah, they can't communicate that they can't.
But they haven't developed sight. So what is
no? What if they have an itch on their back and they can't communicate that? So the only thing you can do is cry. At that age, the only thing.
So how do you expect me to understand?
Okay, but you shouldn't let them. There's no such thing as self-soothing. They just learn to come.
I think when babies are born,
get tired
put them on assembly line, get them working.
Please stop talking about children.
No. Next episode we gotta talk about parenting. Yeah, we're gonna have Joyce on here just to put it out
because she raised 4 children.
Yeah, she's a registered nanny, and we should have a parent. Yeah, we should bring a parent versus Joyce,
an African parent. A parent versus Joyce.
No, I want a parent that just came from jail.
Okay. Anyways, like I was saying, verbalizing creates sociopaths because it teaches them like.
But at what percent?
I'm alone in this.
Because I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna let my child cry.
Please don't have kids. They're like, oh, I'm alone. No one's coming for me. Bet.
But
I'm gonna shoot up a school.
Have that thought process.
Yeah. The brain changes. It's like because the Unabomber, he spent like a week or two. Oh, my contact just shifted. He spent a week or two without his parents because he got sick, and then after that, when he came back home, he was different, and he was like, "Yeah,
it's different because
I'm gonna grow up and kill people."
He went to college and they messed up his brain.
Well, that also.
But
it also showed before college, like he was antisocial. And
okay, but that's because they're picking at things because he's a bomber. Like they're gonna pick at anything right now. God forbid if I did become like a unit bomber or whatever, they're gonna pick at the fact that I took a long flight from Ghana to America. So
you just be saying stuff, bro.
Okay, so at what point do you how do you if it's not self-soothing, then what is it? Like, what are you replacing self-soothing?
You pick them up. Pick them up.
You can't do that. That's not healthy for the mom. See, this is the problem I have with parenting is that people put those children
his stuff has been
before the parenting. Like me, if I
don't have a baby,
if I become a parent, I'm gonna put myself 1,000 times first if I put that child first because I cannot mentally parent. I cannot parent if I can't take care of myself. That's the things that people forget.
A lot of people shouldn't be parents, and they're raising.
That's the thing that
shooters and killers.
People forget is that you need to be. It's even in the. No, I'm not gonna say it, but you gotta take care of yourself, like before you can take care of a child, like that. So me as a parent, if my kid is crying and I'm getting ready to party.
Anyways, like I was saying, fertilizing teaches babies to like have a fear. It gives them abandonment issues, and it makes them start learning like I'm alone.
They need to get a job.
I'm alone in this world.
They are. They came into the world alone. But at what age are you saying though? Like when the crying?
When they're crying,
I'm not picking up no 2-year-old that's crying. Like that one, I'm not doing that.
If they're able to speak, you can be like, "What's wrong?"
But they're still crying. Are they not?
Some kids cry for no reason.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like my little little sister. She used
But
to
maybe-
Little sister.
just
It's never for no reason.
no, like
They do
toddlers?
Because they want to be picked up. It's because they want to be by you. They want to be near you.
But what about toddlers?
but they wasn't crying when it
If
was
they can speak,
Then leave them.
no, then you ask them. No, you have to ask them like, what's wrong?
talk to them like that.
Oh, I gotta play this.
You don't want to hear the TikTok.
Oh, we're
I
gonna
was
attach the
playing
link.
TikTok.
I watched
No,
it.
you watched
I
it?
watched it. Yeah, I missed that.
Yeah, it makes sociopaths.
Hey, here's the thing. It makes sense, but it's not at the extreme of like inappropriateness to just make a baby cry. Like it makes sense. It makes sense to feed your kid, but it doesn't make sense to overfeed your kid. Like I mean, wording it.
You just be
changes the
saying
meaning.
stuff. You don't
No.
be connecting nothing. Nothing
I
connects
am.
when you be
Did
talking.
you not hear what I said? Like wording it. Like right now, you're saying, yeah, don't make your baby cry for like just have it cry. Yeah, that makes sense. But if you're fed, you're taken care of. Like I'm not putting you in no situation where it's like you are actually being neglected. If I'm looking at you,
You don't know.
and
They could have an itch.
I'm not. And so what do you want me to do?
Talk to babies before.
How do you talk
When their stomach hurts.
My stomach hurt, and then we're both stomach hurt.
Okay, so they're clearly not crying for no reason. You
They
gotta
do
pick
be
them
crying
up.
for no reason though. That's because they have nothing else to do. Like, no, I'm telling you. No, have you guys taken the life and death class? If you take it, you realize that when babies are born, they can't really see, they can't hear, right? So like,
They don't know they can't see.
so what are you crying for?
They're crying for something else.
What are you missing out on? Like, what is?
Yeah, that's all they
you
know.
know.
Yeah. So if I have a need, that's like wait.
Here's the thing. You want to know why they're crying? I don't care. I don't care why you're crying.
No, that's their form of
Because they're
communication.
Why can't
To
you
what?
something else?
You can't see. You don't speak English.
Baby.
So
So their only form of communication is crying.
you know the problem is.
You want babies to evolutionize themselves?
The babies are staying in the woman's
Y'all are
stomach
not
too long.
serious.
Cats.
Oh my. Okay, moving on.
No.
We're gonna move on.
No,
We're gonna move on. We're moving on to the.
No,
Yeah.
next week parenting I'm really gonna do because I want you.
Yeah,
guys to
we'll
know
talk
that
more about this next week.
we don't need any more people on earth. Like
We don't need no. We didn't even talk about Justin Bieber. Okay, is cancel culture real? That's our That's our takeout conspiracy today. Is cancel culture real? I give it a firm no.
Cancel culture is not real. What is cancel culture?
Cancel culture, like when you
I think I
cancel
missed out on
someone,
cancel
like
culture.
you no longer support them, and like
By who,
we
though?
want to take them out.
So hold on, is cancel culture like a group of people that are like like if I said, you know how I'm army, is it like a group of people that are just waiting to cancel people, or is it like?
I think it only applies on social media. Really.
But what is it though?
It's supposed to be.
So, like, let's
it
say-
doesn't exist. That's why we don't like. It doesn't exist. You call out someone.
So why does it have a word?
It's a modern form of ostracism in which someone is stressed out of social and professional circles. Whether it be online or social media or in person, like ostracizing them, like saying you're no longer like allowed to like do whatever. But these celebrities be like, oh, I got canceled. You're not canceled. You're booking roles. You're doing music. You're still getting paid. You're not canceled.
So what is a name a successful cancellation?
Daniel Caesar, Sabrina Claudio.
And why was it successful?
Because don't nobody care about them like that. He gave us what we needed, and he can go after that.
So if cancel culture does not exist, why does that term exist?
Because people took one thing and they held on to it. They took one term and then they held on to it. So now if they think like a massive amount of people are disagreeing with them, oh, I'm being canceled, especially the right wing, when they took a hold of it, like as soon as they take a hold of it, like why are you even taking this seriously at this point?
Do you think if cancel culture were to be real, there would be any benefits of it?
Yeah, if you were actually to cancel people and like stop their checks, like that'll make people like think twice and stop being like
Another suppression.
Yeah, like the baby,
Maybe
like and
it's a
stuff. They like get scared of being canceled. You're not going to be canceled. There's people that are still going to support you. If some people choose not to stream your music, that's them. You're not canceled.
I think we forget how sometimes the world works, right? Per se, if cancel culture does become real, then guess what's going to happen? Positive culture is going to come in. Like there's always going to be a positive culture or whatever. I'm not making it up. There's always going to be an opposition of that. So I feel like although you're saying cancel culture is not real, if it were to be real, I feel like there will be people that would say, we educated them. They didn't know. I mean, they still are. Like, those type of people even exist now, whereby, like, we excuse culture appropriation, racism, saying that's age, So, like,
I think regular people can be canceled. Like, when you dox them and make them lose their job and stuff.
Oh, my gosh. Please, enough.
No, this is, like, real. Like, when those teenagers be saying the N-word on TikTok and then we find out what school they go to and then contact the principal. That's obnoxious. Yeah, mommy? I ain't have nothing to do with that. I'm filming. Mommy! Oops.
Cancel
If
culture.
that's the part, then so you don't think the baby got canceled?
No, people are still gonna stream his music.
Yeah, Tory Lanez didn't get canceled.
Tory Lanez didn't get canceled. He shot a whole
So what's
bunch
your
of
definition of a successful
people,
cancellation?
especially in the age that people want to be people want to be
Kanye
different.
said he was canceled. But
Yeah,
I don't think Kanye was
how many
canceled.
times have people canceled
He
Kanye?
said that himself. I think he's delusional. I don't ever think he's
Yeah.
So what's a successful? I feel like you're more understanding of the word. What's a
I think
successful?
people do get canceled.
Who got canceled?
I think
Aside from Daniel
I
sees
think
it.
the baby got canceled.
We haven't
Because
seen
I
him.
don't think it's ever gonna come. I don't think he's gonna rise up to where he was at.
Maybe he'll be one of the third person to
You don't
actually
think
get
so?
canceled.
I don't think so because the white people don't like him anymore.
No, the white people
I think
are
you have to offend a
performing.
certain. Yeah.
I think it's performative because once Dua Lipa,
Yeah, once the celebrities
Dua
hang
Lipa-
on to it, then you kind of.
and then Miley came in like 2 weeks later saying something just like, girl.
And Elton John and stuff. Like, I think once the celebrities get their claws into it, like,
yeah, it's just more like I always feel like
Chris Brown is still here and kicking.
I feel like I always
So-
respect the person that kind of starts that conversation. So Dua Lipa, but everything
Yeah,
else
after everything
seems
after
like an
that.
attack and a performative. So I definitely don't think, the
Especially
baby's canceled,
Miley,
though.
like 2 weeks later,
Yeah,
like, you're
Miley
so
was
late.
weird to me because she was like, I'm
Keep it
an
in the
ally.
draft.
She didn't even say she's
As a
like,
loyal ally.
As a loyal ally, I didn't even know what that meant, but congratulations. Oh no, my fork.
Hello. Mommy, I'm filming. Yeah, we are filming.
I think you should actually
Okay.
let us know what a successful cancel.
Yeah, put in the
canceled
comments
person is,
and I'll dispute it.
or like what a person should be canceled for. Like if you are racist in your
Tory
old
Lanez
age,
should have been canceled.
If you were racist in your old age or like in your youth, is that a good reason to be canceled now?
If you were like 30 talking about it,
Okay, our age says 24, 21,
you're old enough to know better. And with all the resources we have,
and like you were racist when you're 13.
oh well.
How do you come back from like cancel culture? How can you be uncanceled?
I think
It
it's
depends.
fair.
I think it depends on what you do.
What cancel culture is, like, you're canceled. You can't come back.
If you can come back, then you weren't canceled.
JB.
Okay, but do you? Okay.
He was 12.
With that being said, do you listen to anybody that's canceled
No.
or attempted cancellation?
No one's canceled.
I listened to Doja Cat, and there was a great attempt on my girl.
It was all false, so it doesn't even.
I think it was true, but I still listened to her. I think that was an awkward place for her to be. Period. Whether her fault or not, I think that whole situation is strange, especially when she was like forming.
Okay.
The owner of her studio is chatting. Sorry.
Anyways,
But I feel like with Doja, I didn't really get into why she was getting. I didn't really understand it, but I think from my naive perspective and what I saw, I think that she shouldn't have been in that position. You know, I know she's mixed, but like
she's just a weirdo, and like that's her personality. She's just weird. She does
child,
weird
she was
stuff.
in a chat with
You
white
be
people.
talking. You be on that thing. Remember, you were just talking to random people.
But I'm black though, and I talk to random black people.
No, you were talking. You were on that thing. You were talking to that like French guy or something.
Okay, but I'm French, so.
Anyways, June 2020 when after the George Floyd, when all the companies were like addressing their racism and all the stars and stuff were addressing their racism, when everyone was addressing their racism, that's when you were getting canceled for real. Like that's when your
So
career
you
was
think
in the
cancel
toilet.
culture was a period?
No, that's when people are taking it seriously. They're like, oh, racism.
Oh, okay.
Let's do something.
Intern number 2.
I was gonna say, how do you feel about people that try to what's the word? Try to separate like the person
From the art.
their music, from their art.
I don't think you can.
I think you can.
You're funding their lifestyle. You're literally, a stream is giving them money to continue doing what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
If they're using their money to harm someone, you're giving them that money to harm someone.
And that just simply means that you don't believe that they are that person they were before.
I guess.
I mean, yeah. Like I said, even if...
Or you have to have that mental disconnect and pretend like you don't think you're... Like,
I love her. That's my friend.
let's go ahead and...
No. I love her because, not because I agree with her. I just think, like, I love people that, like...
Why is she problematic in the first place?
Because she just opened her mouth. Like, she doesn't take any
filter.
form of political correctness seriously. And, yeah.
Wrap it up.
Whatever. So.
Okay, thanks for watching another episode. It's been an hour and 30 minutes, girl.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so let's wrap it up. Thanks for watching. And again, comment shooting star if you got this far.
Where did you get that from?
Thanks for watching.
And let me know what culture you're in.
And don't forget to send us an email if you need advice. Okay, signing out. Bye.
Adios.